gold.
Nonsense.
The Golden God!
And he dragged you two into this nonsense?
I volunteered.
And her gold is not in her. She's a diamond under her.
Y'all ready? What you got?
We got
Just gonna do millions of views and bitches on her dick. What you gonna do then? What you gonna do when they got lunch boxes with our face on it?
yeah.
What you gonna do?
I knew them dudes.
What you gonna do, man?
Man, I knew them dudes. John was an asshole.
You gonna call in and be
Charlie
like, bro,
was cool.
I need a special edition
It's a
Deezy
combo.
lunchbox.
That's what works.
We'll do a special when
Limited release. It's gonna be the most valuable one, actually.
we're gonna have golden nonsense cereal.
Yep.
Gonna be shredded wheat.
Mm-hmm.
Shredded wheat.
Yeah, because
cereal.
Yeah, because it's fucking nonsense. We're gonna be like golden
Making America healthy again. Okay,
Yeah,
it's gonna
yeah.
have 0 chemicals.
It's gonna taste like shit.
It's gonna taste like shit, and it's gonna say ingredients.
Charlie, go to your
And the
right.
ingredient, and it's just gonna say wheat.
Wheat,
Don, you come in.
Come on.
A snack.
wheat put to the blade.
So I was when I was down in St. Lucia, they give you just like stalks of sugar cane.
Yes,
It's
good for
delicious.
you.
It's
Yeah.
like very really.
really, really.
And I just like chewed it up and swallowed it. And I don't know if you were supposed to like
Nope.
chew it and spit it out.
Yeah.
But when I'd like chewed it a lot, it started tasting like shredded wheat. And I was like,
It's them fibers, baby.
we should make a special edition sugarcane version of the Golden Nonsense cereal.
We can't use the sugarcane fibers though. That shit is inedible. Yeah. We can digest wheat. We can't digest sugarcane fibers.
You can if you pulverize it.
No, then that's just something else.
It's good for you.
Just sugar water.
That's sugar.
No, it's good for you.
No, I'm telling you from experience. You
No,
can't.
you pulverize the fiber,
I'm telling you.
and then you form it into little nuggets like a shredded wheat.
sugar.
No. Sugar is the juice, and then it's like
And it's gonna be naturally
You're right.
sweet.
I don't think so.
It's gonna be naturally sweet, and it's gonna have all the fiber.
Are we recording?
1 sec.
Okay.
Push that chair in. Just for the sake of it.
Ohio gozaimasu.
Oh, okay.
Bing, 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 bing.
You an anime guy, DZ?
Yeah,
A little bit.
Like, yeah.
You strike me as an anime guy.
Yeah.
You know, Charlie, you strike me as a fucking music nerd. How about that?
I like
don't
music.
get music nerd.
I like
from-
music.
Charlie
I'm a music
gives
nerd.
me amateur outdoorsman.
I'm also that.
Yeah, he's actually he's not even amateur. He's like was below amateur, like novice.
We're live, by the way.
A beginner.
Novice.
It's a novice outdoorsman.
This is another presentation of the Universe's Greatest Podcast. I am your host, John Andrew Miller, and this is my brother in arms,
Charlie Reifenberger.
and this is Golden Nonsense.
Golden Nonsense.
Today, on the third week of second week? Third week of Black History Month, February the 18th.
18th.
Today we have our buddy Deezy. Y'all get it for Deezy? Woo, yeah. Please stop, people. He's
That's enough. That's enough, guys. That's enough.
I had to redeem ourselves from last week because we had too much whiteness in here.
We had more than we've ever had before.
We had a whole band of white.
Yeah.
Charlie, who's half white.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shoal, who's also half white.
Yep.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome, bro. I know your ethnicity. So I had to nigga it up today. That's why I called you in.
Okay.
I called you in.
This podcast is still technically 50-50 when you break it down, really.
Technically it is.
But really, Dave's he's the producer.
He's
So
actually we gotta tell you something, Dave.
This is a big announcement,
Yeah, it's a
actually.
big announcement. We
Listeners,
we thought about it. We thought about letting you go, and then we decided against that. And tell him, Charlie.
we decided to give you a promotion. You are no longer the producer. You are now the executive producer.
Yes! yes!
Guys, make some noise for Dave's show. Let him know.
Jesus Christ, we thought long and hard about it.
You're happy
And-
with my work?
you've been doing fantastic work,
You're phenomenal.
and you are now officially the executive producer. Of Golden Nonsense.
When we get another producer, they're going to report to you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
The producers report to you now. And
All
then-
of the producers.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a team.
because you're the executive one now.
Well, it almost feels like I have an office now.
Hey, look, you're almost important, bro. Once you get your
Nothing.
once you get
Nothing
your once
will
you get
change other than the fact
once
that
you get your name up here,
yeah.
No, there's no room. There's no
Exactly.
room.
We should write like a little like parentheses like and Dave.
maybe we get a little duct tape. And a little
Yeah, just a little duct tape might be good.
Are y'all hiring? What kind of company is this?
This is
I mess with
this right here is the Golden Nonsense podcast produced by here. Produced by us.
I just need to know if y'all hiring because the turnaround went from you was fired to now. You know what? You run some now. Now
You see, you see,
Dude,
you see,
no,
we used to be
we're-
in the corner. Now we
we
got a
are-
little office with no
we
windows.
Are, we are only the only way is forward. Okay, we have burned the ships.
Yes,
You know that analogy?
yeah.
Ships are burned.
we can't go. We can't go back.
So the only way out is through.
We're actually this podcast is actually a living organism. Okay, and if you're not growing, you're dying.
That's true.
Okay, so we're a shark, baby. We're a goddamn alligator. We're an apex predator. Okay, and we're like almost like we're like a biological Voltron. Put more pieces of us until we're a fucking massive behemoth of disgusting fame and fortune.
All right.
It's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be fucking
Like a human centipede of
wealth and fame and fortune. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I wasn't even going human centipede.
I don't like to say it like that. I don't like the way you said it, but it is actually shockingly accurate.
Yes.
As to how successful it's going to be.
a chain.
It's just going to be like success being shit into more success,
Right.
Which will then be digested by a success
fourth.
engine,
Right.
that then shits out even more
More
successful success.
Yeah.
And
It's-
that's a shockingly accurate analogy.
It's a positive feedback loop.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
yeah. So what's up, guys? What's going on in the world?
The world. I'm gonna tell you this, guys. The world is going insane. Okay.
Yeah?
The world's
Is it?
going insane. Every single week, something bad happens, and we have to address it here in the podcast. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't like that. Mexico's giving us flack about the Gulf of America.
you know.
I don't like that. I don't like how people on TikTok are talking about how the cartels got a leg to stand on. You used to serve, right?
Yes.
Right. Do you think the cartels got a leg to stand on versus the U.S. military?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
No. Okay.
I see some shit that we got.
I mean, how many aircraft carriers do the cartels have?
Right.
0?
Maybe they might
They
have
got some
one.
yachts.
They might have one.
They probably got some
They
yachts.
might have like one.
They might got one. You know what I'm saying? What can he land on a yacht? A helicopter?
A helicopter?
A helicopter.
Yeah.
But we don't. well, I'm just speaking for the Air Force.
Okay, talk about Air Force. Go ahead.
We don't like put boots on ground. We like, you see that hill? The enemies are on that hill. Eliminate the hill. You know.
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't, yeah.
You just delete parts of the terrain.
Yeah.
It's high level.
Yeah, just you see that? That's Veracruz. Delete Veracruz. And there's gonna be 5 19-year-olds that just learned how to pilot a drone 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, sniffing, got fucking acne still.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually terrifying.
Yeah.
Because I know they're good at it. They've been playing Call of Duty their whole life.
Yeah. They're trained and everything. It's crazy.
You remember my joke where I was talking about like how like women are better secret agents
Yes.
than men. So I was trying to write like a follow up to that. It's like I also think women are better at negotiating than men are. I think it's like just not even close. Like I think
Negotiating, I guess so, because women are higher skilled in manipulation.
yeah. Well,
You know what I'm
they
saying?
just start out with like insane demands, and then you're just like, all right, well, where do we go from here? Right? It's just
Okay.
like they just throw crazy shit at you.
So who are we negotiating with?
Well, see what made
The
me think
woman
of this
president-
was
the woman president
of Mexico. But then I realized Donald Trump was just he argues like a woman.
Yeah.
He's just like I want 10,000 men at the border, and she's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like,
That's
do it or
ridiculous.
we're doing a complete embargo of your country. And she's like, all right, fine, okay, fine.
I mean, look,
He outwomaned
a woman.
a woman.
It was because she was speaking Spanish. She couldn't get it out fast enough.
She had to go through a translator.
Yeah.
He's just like 10,000 men tomorrow.
And what universe does the cartel win, Deezy?
Against The military?
Oh, against the United States military. Is it the Coast Guard? Can they beat the Coast Guard?
Nah.
They can't beat the Coast Guard.
What about the Tennessee National Guard? They're like, we're volunteering.
reserves.
We're volunteering again.
The reserves.
We're going back to the Alamo.
The volunteer reserves.
It would be a hell of a fight on the Coast Guard. I mean, on the cartel's part if they beat the reserves. You got to think about like not just like
Talk to me, bro.
not just like literal manpower is like the support.
Yeah.
You're never gonna outspend.
Right.
Oh yeah, you're never gonna outspend
It's just
the
not gonna
United
happen.
States military.
Yeah. Do they? I mean, and then what do they have as far as like air support? You know, like what? I mean,
Right.
you engage, you just start having like a firefight, and then
And what about
the planes come in? And
What
they
about El Chupacabra?
that's something I hadn't taken into account, and I think it does actually need to be weighed
What
into
about-
it. What do you think
wouldn't
the
surprise me if the
Chupacabra?
Air Force had something for it. It would not surprise me.
Specific Chupacabra seeking missiles.
Anti Chupa defense system.
Mhm.
They got everything.
They got Bigfoot mines.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
All right. I just want to know, man. People getting a little spicy on TikTok. Where we gotta go? We gotta go to TikTok. Maybe we gotta start posting. You gotta send me the clips, and I'll post them on TikTok.
We gotta get them.
I'm
We gotta get
I'm
them
back
everywhere.
on TikTok, actually.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you shaking your ass?
Excuse me.
Shaking my mouth.
Shaking his mouth.
That's what they call yapping in the streets. He's just a yapper. That's what we're doing right now. We're yapping. Yeah, we're yapping.
About things that we have intimate knowledge of, though.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
chupacabras and the weapons that the Air Force might have.
The Mexican Air Force. Does the Mexican Air Force even exist?
yes.
And what they got? They got they probably got a couple sizzling fajitas. You know what I'm saying? They probably got a couple of
I mean,
refried bazookas.
They're just gonna hit you with a burrito, and you're gonna be like, it's a burrito, but then it's just like so hot. You're like, why is it so hot?
It's a sticky bomb. Inside the burrito is a bomb.
And then you die
No. Okay.
from burns.
Come on, Deezy, give me something, bro. You're supposed to be my inside source.
inside source on what?
So I was reading about this Mexican.
That's why you're inside. You can't
this
reveal the
Mexican
source.
president lady. She's not Mexican.
She's from Israel.
She looks Mexican, but she's not at all.
She's from Israel.
She's Jewish. Yeah.
Yeah, she's from Israel.
That's pretty wild, man.
I think it's cool. I think these people are so smart that they can get into positions of power everywhere. I think it's really admirable.
I mean, it is
I
admirable.
mean, not necessarily smart.
Hey, DZ. You pull up. Talk into the.
Oh, okay, my bad.
What are you saying?
But not necessarily smart. I mean, if you're just rich and connected.
I mean, but look, I've done this math, right?
Mhm.
You know, there's like what 10% of the world population might be Jewish, right?
Yeah.
And they end up in like
way less than that.
way less than that.
Way
and
less
then,
than
and then they end up in like the top 10%
Yeah.
everywhere they go. And you know, the argument is that they're hella smart, which
Yeah.
we can argue that because it seems
Big
that
part of it.
the results are
It's a
there.
big part of it.
Yeah.
They are smart as shit.
They're crafty as hell.
They're also
Right.
crafty. There's also this whole crazy history, right? Where like you know, back when the monarchy was a Christian institution, the king was not allowed to loan money out because it was against the religious
Catholicism,
law to loan at interest.
Oh, you're talking about the court Jew.
Usury. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
So
gotta get a
every
court Jew.
king had a court Jew. He was like just a Jew you had around to basically like so you could loan money,
That's
and that's
Dave for us.
That's who we got. Yeah, that's why we brought Dave on.
wow.
That's why he's the executive producer now. So in case we need to free up some
Dude. Once
liquid capital.
once the ADL comes down, we're gonna be like, actually, our representative is David Schultz.
Wow.
I would like to redirect you to my court Jew,
Dave,
my executive court Jew.
Yeah.
Dave, you're essentially in entertainment. You are worth your weight in gold. You're like a hot bitch.
A hot bitch.
A hot bitch. You know how hot women are infinitely valuable? So is a Jew.
Mm-hmm.
We thank you so much for your service.
Well, I'll have you guys know that
You're not Jewish anymore?
My 23andMe did finally reach the lab. After
What
a
happened?
month.
What happened?
We won't know for another month.
Oh my gosh. Delayed.
So can we let's just have that just in case.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a Maury episode. Is he or is he ain't?
We got to do a definite Maury episode.
We gotta do a Maury episode for
Do
you. boy.
combo.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's gonna
wow.
be fun. I'm not gonna even say what I want to say, bro. You know what I'm saying? But if you're any less than half Jew, bro, we gotta demote you back to
Yeah,
regular.
you're gonna get demoted.
back to regular
Oh,
producer.
wow.
Regular old producer.
Hey, as long as we trust the results of 23andMe, then, you know,
Where's the lab at? You know where the lab's at? Where do you ship it off to?
bunker in North Carolina.
A bunker in North Carolina. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Dude, I don't trust that shit.
yeah. They don't.
No, I've never sent it over. I just gotta believe that what my pappy say is true. I'm Jamaican and a little bit Irish,
Yeah.
so it is what it is. You know.
I'm just regular black. I'm just blackity black.
Yo, I had this and I don't know how PC this is, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway, right?
No, John.
There seems to be
Don't do that.
There seems to be like this like back and forth on the internets from the diaspora. You know what I'm saying? The black people from all around the world, and you know, there's like some sort of argument about Black Americans and how they're approaching existing in what seems to be a growingly hostile environment in the United States, right? And I think that people are overblowing the situation in certain aspects because Black Americans have I don't want to say a leg up, right? But they view living life through the eyes of an American, right?
Yeah.
Like you talk to any immigrant, they're like, "Oh my God, you're living magically here in America."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you're Black and American, you feel still like slighted because of history and in current standards. But it's like I can't stand hearing somebody from like somewhere more fucked up than we are telling us that we're fucked up. You know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of annoying. I don't know why I'm telling you that. I should be telling Deezy that. But yeah, I don't really like chiming in. That's something that my boy Tylen be doing. He be chiming in on like racial epithets online all the time.
Yeah.
And getting hella views and comments for it. And I just feel like my opinion is usually like too boring. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Too
can't.
reasonable. You can't have a reasonable opinion on something and anybody care about it.
Well, I think if you think about it, you know, say like both sides be having points. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, niggas is upset and folks is upset with niggas. So it's like, you know, it is what it is. I can't be mad at it, but
That's how it's always going to be.
like just yesterday, this morning actually at 3:00 in the morning, 3 young niggas tried to break into a house around the corner from my house and shot the old man that lived there. And he don't do nothing but sell junk. He's a junk man for the neighborhood, right? He ain't got no money. He got like a nice Cadillac he keep clean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like out of the whole neighborhood, out of all Orange Mountain, they're like, let's get the garbage man, the old garbage man,
He's
right?
literally
Bro,
selling.
young crash. They don't
count.
They crash out. They don't be thinking. They don't care. They just do.
I know, and that's an issue. It's an issue. That's
How
like,
are we going to save these kids, bro?
You can't save them,
You
bro.
can't, bro. It's a wrap, bro.
We need 40 years, bro. We need
What's the first step?
Exodus. We need to put them in the desert and have them walk for 40 years. And then the best among them will figure it out, and then we'll get those.
It's either that or you put them all in military school.
Military school.
You have to drill the crash out.
Or use it in a positive direction.
Yeah. Like
I think
that's what the army is. The army is just crash outs that decided I'm gonna crash out over here.
Well, you know, but it's okay. What's a better rehabilitation service? The U.S. military, right? With you have it's like a Dungeons and Dragon game. You dice roll, right? If you dice roll higher than a 12, you get PTSD, right? Or a blown off limb or some shit, right?
Yeah.
And if you go less than 12, right, you
don't make it.
You get a pension, or you know what I'm saying? Like because I've heard
you also got dudes that fucking get in and don't make it, right? I mean,
what's don't make? Oh, you mean die?
No, like drop out, quit.
Ain't no quitting.
There's no quitting.
I mean,
It's not an option.
You can, but
What's quitting mean?
I thought
like
boot
you get,
camp.
you
I
get
thought boot
disjun-
camp dudes were just like
You get disjunct.
pussying out and getting sent home.
I mean,
What's the average?
you
What's
have to be
ultimate puss?
Yeah, like it has to be. You got to be like, bro.
They just want everybody.
I risk going to jail. Like,
Deezy, how high are you right now, brother man? On a
on
scale of 1 to 10, because you're usually more verbose than this. Verbose. Verbose.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Verbose. Verbose? Is it the word?
Verbose, yeah, verbose is a word.
I'm gonna keep on saying
No,
it.
Talkative.
It don't sound right.
Flowery in
right.
your language.
Yeah, you're usually better with your speaking.
I'm probably about a 7.
7. That's a good number.
That's a good number.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna come down and be right around high when you tell jokes.
Yeah.
exactly. But
What you gonna talk about tonight?
I don't remember. Shit.
Damn,
I got my notes.
you got your notes.
Yeah.
I'm going to Nashville this upcoming weekend, and got a couple of shows, and I have no fucking idea what jokes I'm gonna do.
I was
when
thinking
I'm up there. Like,
I was thinking about taking a week off up here and driving up to Nashville to hit Zanies.
yeah,
Yeah, since Thailand done made a little foothold, I'm gonna go sneak in.
yeah, nice.
See, I'm jealous.
Yeah,
of y'all,
I hit
bro.
up the lady.
Why?
Cause y'all get to do shit and be like, I'm gonna just go to Nashville and come back and shit. I can't do that shit. Nigga.
Why can't you do that?
I got a whole kid. Somebody got to watch this nigga.
Take him with you.
Can't take her with me. I'm gonna be doing diabolical shit.
Well, then don't do diabolical shit. Just tell jokes.
I don't think I can go without doing diabolical shit.
Oh, okay. Know thyself, and you win 1,000 battles. There you go. You will never lose in war if you know thyself. He's like, no. Why would I invite disaster? Right?
Can your kid stay with the mom?
I mean, if she feel like it, but when have baby mamas ever been cool?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of a
You know what I'm saying?
an oxymoron.
Yeah. I mean,
I got a cool baby mama.
you gotta
Just
pay.
chill.
You gotta pay your way out of that shit, bro. Baby mamas are cool when
Yeah.
Wait,
bread.
did Trump do something with child support?
No, that's just a rumor, bro. But
What's the rumor?
It's nice to believe. It's
What's the
like,
rumor?
If you pay child support, you can claim your kid
As
on
a
your
dependent.
taxes. You know, like
and
you
that used to not be a thing.
no, that,
You can't claim a kid as a dependent who you're paying child support for.
nah.
See, that seems fucked up.
That doesn't? I feel like I've never dealt with the child support system, or the family court system, but I know it skews
bro.
for the woman. But
Yeah, shit.
so you've been paying child support,
Yes.
Mhm.
and for let's say 10 years, and you've never ever claimed a child on
No,
because you're not allowed to, because it's going to be claimed by one person.
right,
It's usually the
'cause
mom,
she's the custodial
your
parent.
parent. That's fucking bull.
That's messed up.
Or if you
Support.
do claim it on your taxes, you got to prove, like you got to have receipts and shit. That hey, I got this kid this percentage of the time. It's got to be like, yeah, bro. It's
That's
a lot.
fucked up.
You got to be an accountant to take care of your kid.
Hell yeah.
Like, he just be with me. I be raising them.
I'm no scholar, but if one is dependent upon support,
Yeah.
then
I should be able
Isn't
to
that
claim.
technically a dependent person?
upon said support,
Yes.
for
It's like, oh,
Isn't that ridiculous? Okay,
is he
Oh,
dependent
bro,
on me?
it's-
No, I mean I do support him, but he's not dependent on me.
Look. If it's gonna be anybody, it's gonna be the president with the baby mamas. He's the only
I
president
mean,
with baby mamas. And if he's done anything, because look, he technically has a time limit, right?
yeah.
He
Yeah.
has 660 days left. Because once midterms come and then the people flip the House or the Senate,
Yeah.
he's basically gonna be done. So
Yeah.
he's gonna do all the crazy shit now
While he can.
while he
yeah.
can, and then if it sticks and it works, you can't really go against it because people will be like, "Hey, man, the felon president made sure that I could claim my son on my taxes for the first time
I
ever."
mean, if he can do it, yeah.
Would
I'm
you
with
vote
this.
for him?
I don't know about vote for him.
but you're
But
like,
if he could,
I guess there's no more voting for Donald Trump.
Steal
It's
this
all
idea,
over.
definitely.
Yeah.
Steal that idea.
okay, all right, well, look,
But you got to get the states to do it. Like
Well, let's
even
let's
like,
let's submit
No,
our
if
own
it's-
bill to the
if it's-
Tennessee State House.
if it's federal, if it's a federal mandate, right?
mhm.
And who the family courts report to in the state? Is it who?
the state,
Probably,
whatever state.
No. But the family court reports to the state, right? And then
Yeah.
what is that? What is that? The
Health and Human Services, or Child
Department
Protective
of Health.
Services,
Department of Health. Okay,
Department of Health?
Because look, people got everyone got a boss, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got a boss.
And so them Department of Health niggas now reporting to Robert Kennedy, and then
And bro constantly sound like he having a stroke at all times.
he's like, I was thinking about being a father is already hard in America, and if you can't claim your child on taxes, it just doesn't make any sense. It's bad for the father and the health.
It's bad for the children.
That's more closer. That's closer.
If you can't support your own children, that
I'd be like, bro, who is shocking this man?
Bro,
Leave him alone.
supposedly he lost his vocal cords or something.
you know, I heard a rumor that he's just coming all the time, and that's why his voice is like that. He has
That's
a
why-
weird condition.
That's
where
why he's jacked, bro.
He's
He's
just-
constantly
he's just constantly nutting.
producing testosterone.
Studies have actually shown that if you're coming 100% of the time, there's a reaction.
And the disease can't grow in the immune responses. No, so I'm serious, bro. Like, you know, we've seen remarkably crazy things, right, happen. But, dude, if he can fucking figure out the child support system, you know, president with the baby mamas, if he can figure out the whole, he said he's gonna reopen Guantanamo Bay, right? That shit was closed since Bush.
No, it's never been closed.
It's never been closed.
Yeah, it's always been open.
Oh.
There's like a bunch of prisoners who are like
Still there.
They're still there. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh damn! I thought that shit was closed.
Yeah, they've been releasing some dudes from Guantanamo. Some of these, I mean, dude, they threw a lot of people into Guantanamo, just like random brown dudes from the Middle East, just like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
They're like,
And then,
yo,
and then once you figure out they're innocent, you're just like, well, now we still can't let you go because
now you know.
now
shit.
you're really radicalized.
Right,
If we send you back to send you back to the areas where the terrorists live, you're gonna be like,
yeah,
these
it's
fuckers.
everything is
are-
true. Everything is true.
Yeah.
You're evil.
Yeah.
Right. I survived the hidden tortures. Why they let you go? I don't know.
So that's
All you gotta
the-
do is tell him that he snitched. Just gotta do
That's
some
the
pri-
rationale.
prison,
yeah, that's what you got to do.
prison rules.
Yep.
Be like, this nigga
Yeah.
snitched, bro.
No, because the kicker is you're not a citizen.
Right.
So
Yeah.
So that, they don't get any rules. They don't get any,
it
But
really
you
ain't
can-
no rules.
But they already got rid of that too, man. Obama killed this terrorist who was, he was a terrorist, but he was an American citizen, and his name was Anwar al-Awlaki. They just killed him with a drone, and everybody's like, "Wait a minute, that was an American citizen." So
Yo, I always like the idea of when people blame the deaths on the president, like he's the one carrying it out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I mean, he
like Fortnite.
he
skin
was
of Barack
kind of
Obama.
like the drone strikes. He
Oh
approved
no,
them.
no, I get it.
Yeah.
It's the whole like, what's my guy's name who dropped the bombs? At Truman,
Truman, yeah.
right? Truman dropped the bomb on Japan.
Yes.
And he just said he told Oppenheimer, quit whining. I'm the one who pushed the button, type shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
you can't cry about this bullshit. And I agree with that, but if you're not like, I like the idea of Barack telling the 19-year-old drone pilot
Yeah.
to get out the way. I'm doing this one,
I'm doing this one. I'm hitting the damn button.
right?
They were like also a lot of those guys are like high on meth and like bath salts.
Meth is bad for you. In the new America, we're not doing meth.
The pharmaceutical companies, they're
There's bath salts in the food.
I love how growing up I was a fan of Bernie. I never really wanted to like vote for him or anything.
Yeah.
But I was a fan of what he was talking about, right?
Yeah.
And now since the
I
whole
mean, he's
like,
bringing up all the most important issues in our society.
consistently.
Yeah.
And ever since the whole Doge starts slashing federal funding and stuff, and
Yeah.
he's like anti that, which
Yeah.
is kind of like
Oh yeah.
weird because you shouldn't be anti that, Bernie Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you've always been limited government.
Right.
And I was like, everybody's been. It's like everyone's being paid off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everyone has a
Yeah.
fucking back channel to get funds back sent to them, right?
Yeah.
10 million to Rwanda for XYZ. Well, guess what? 10% coming back to me, baby boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all year.
course.
All year, some new initiative. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I was just like 10% more snakish.
It's just corruption, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You gotta be more than 10%.
I don't have it in me, bro.
It's not easy to get in on corruption. That's not. You
don't think so?
No. It's very hard. It's like
Tell me, bro, because
Dude,
I
dude,
think you're wrong. I think
this is a very
Because
very important error that a lot of people make. Just because these people are evil And just because what they do doesn't actually add to the general welfare of all of us does not mean it's easy to get into that seat. It's easy to make money when you're manipulating the levers of power and funneling it back to yourself. That's easy.
Right.
But getting a hold of the levers of power is very, very difficult. It's not just people who are morally corrupt.
You don't think that
they're
someone,
also they're clever. They're
okay,
good at.
Of course. Okay, but somebody that is attracted to a seat of power, right? Like he and I are running for Senate of Tennessee or whatever,
Sure.
right?
Yep.
He beats me, but I'm really the guy that was trying to do good, right?
Sure.
He's attracted to power. I'm attracted to good
Sure.
to good works, right? Now, when he gets in there, all he has to do is keep his job long enough to direct the levels of power. All he got to do is get X number of votes to get into a spot. Is what it seems like.
I don't think it's that easy to do that.
But
though.
why not?
Because there's these party mechanisms that like weed out anybody who's not going to go along with the bullshit. So like if you're out here causing a lot of noise, being like, I think we need to end this gravy train that is the whole USAID program, or on the state level, like whatever. I want to.
That's from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? It took the president of the United States to do that, right? You're not gonna
let's say on the state level, let's say you want to cut back on some kind of statewide corruption, or just get rid of some sort of thing that's hurting people.
Okay, all right. Then what?
Well, who's benefiting off of that, and how much control do they have over the Tennessee state government, and how much money are they throwing into these candidates that you're trying to beat? Like it's just, I think
it's like what's the board of education thing? The lady
with Fagan here.
Yeah, she was trying to do the right thing.
Right,
and they saw the bullshit,
and they
fired the fuck out there.
Right, they faded her at every single point too. And you know what's fucked up? That lady, they found out they were colluding against her.
Yeah,
did you hear about that?
So I don't know this whole story.
So it was a superintendent here in Memphis, right? She got hired to do the school board, and basically she just kind of did what Dozier's doing right now, right? She looked at the books and said, okay, these administrators have been like rolling in the dough for X number of years.
You go.
So she gave him a way out. She was like, you've been in the office too long. If you go back and teach, because we have so many vacancies in teachers, I will let you keep your position and your pay. They refused.
Wow.
Right. And then they did a couple of shady things where they called a few public meetings without giving the proper public notice. So it's supposed to be 7 days in paper or news or whatever. They were doing like 2 days notice, 1 day notice, and that's why you had all these people showing up. That's why I remember hearing Charlie Virgo say he's going to pull up and just go, because it became a big thing on Reddit. And in the local news, because they were trying to do some shady shit. And when it was found out that not only the people in the administration of the school board or whatever that were banking on jobs, there's a lot of cronyism and nepotism going on. So it's like people that were not qualified getting jobs through their friends, and also not teaching long enough, or in to make a dent in the quote unquote hole that is teacher employment in this town.
Okay,
right. And so they proceeded to call a whole bunch of like
bullshit ass
meetings, and then
So this is the other people. So you had a head of the board,
right? Superintendent, and then the board, who's duly elected.
Okay,
right. The board is elected. She was hired because she came from a different system and basically turned them around. She had a great track record.
Damn.
Right. Came in. She started like shaking the table and
found out these folks is getting
corrupt. Folks corrupt from
10 million in overtime.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. So it's a lot of corruption from the bottom to the top, and so she tried to correct it without busting anybody out.
Yeah.
And here's where it fucked up, because the people started hearing that she was a mean boss. She fired 2 or 3 of her assistants, and they started yapping along with people that she got fired. Right. And so it just bad blood spread, and from what I understand, they fired her. Right.
Yeah.
They did a fucking there was so much public outcry of the firing. They brought her back up for a public, I don't want to say execution's the wrong word, but public
A referendum,
referendum for the firing of her, and
a recall vote.
basically the entire city wanted her to keep her job, right?
Yeah.
It was Nathan was telling me, he was like, you saw real hood dudes being like, my kid couldn't read last year, now he can read, right? That's because of her.
Yeah.
Like, real deal. So it's like overwhelming public support for this lady. And then you found out like 2 weeks after that last meeting that before she was fired, that 5 of the 6 people on the school board colluded like an hour beforehand.
Wow.
To fire her.
Wow.
Right? Because they're like, oh, it's inevitable that she comes. It's going to end up on our table.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so she's vowed to sue. And anybody that knows anything, that from what I talked about, like lawyers and shit, they're saying that the state is going to come down, maybe the TBI, and all these people, just because they're mad at this lady for doing her job, are going to go to fucking jail now.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because
Wow.
it's colluding to commit fraud.
And conspiracy.
Yeah, conspiracy.
Yeah.
Bro, it's finna be a
Yeah,
wrap.
they fucked around and gave themselves it might be a RICO. It might be racketeering. Yeah, it might be racketeering.
Wow.
Because it's cash involved.
Yeah.
It's $10 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
So it's a lot. And I was just like, yo, all because the lady wanted y'all kids to read.
Right.
I mean, shit.
Just because she wanted y'all to stop stealing all the money.
Right? At least go back to school and teach the kids to read.
Yeah.
Keep on stealing, but do it, honorably.
Hey, y'all can't do right.
No.
Okay. Y'all that lazy. All right.
Oh man, it's just such a fucked up system. Yeah.
Hey, dude.
So the school board is elected officials. Those people are elected,
Yeah.
and that's who's corrupt.
Yeah.
So the people are voting for the corrupt people.
Well, you don't know they're corrupt
Yeah,
until they
you
get
don't
there.
even know who these people is for real.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
So,
that's what it is.
but I think that's kind of speaking to what I'm talking about is like you have this political party system that controls all of the political world out there, and you can't beat them. Like you can't just go like, oh, I'm John Miller, I want to be on the school board. Like all I care about is kids reading, and they'll be like, yeah, okay, but you have to go to this party and tell them why you need to be the guy, and then they weed you out. They get rid of you because it's
There's somebody already in place that's
exactly
played the game with the money and all that bullshit
Right.
to take your spot.
Well, anyway, I'm infiltrating the Democratic Party of Shelby County. So
you gonna do it?
Mm-hmm. I'm not. That's actually not a joke. I'm not actually infiltrating either. I went. I talked to the chairman of the county Democratic Party, and he's going to put me on this
Committee.
education committee. Yeah, and I'm just going to be like, I don't know. I'm a fucking.
Can the kids read? So you keep on just ask that. It's like, like, are the kids are the kids in 5th grade reading at 5th grade level? No. Get back to work.
My brother sent me a video of this guy who was in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And they were shutting down this charter school, and everybody was really mad about it. But this guy who was like I don't know if he was one of the parents or if he was just somebody from the community. He was like, the kids can't read, and they were like, and that's the type of stuff that they're putting in the newspapers, and that's discouraging to the students, and that's why they can't read. And he goes, wait a minute, you're telling me that the kids who can't read
the newspaper
are reading the newspaper and getting discouraged
to further they're not reading.
God damn it, I can't read.
I'm mad. I'm gonna stop this shit. Yo, the funniest thing, I didn't say the funniest thing I saw, it was like this lady. I took my mom to the doctor on Monday, right?
Yeah.
And she this lady, like 3 or 4 people ahead of us. Now we're at the dermatologist, right? My mom's in a wheelchair. I'm just waiting, right? This lady gets to the front and she like, I want to see the doctor now. And everybody like stops what they're doing. I can see the whole tone of the office go, let me put my phone down and see what's going on.
Okay.
Right? She's like, I want to see the doctor now. Dr. Paddle. Right? The nigga named Dr. Patel. You see it up there.
Dr. Paddle.
Right? She said Dr. Paddle. She go, I got 5th grade education. I can't read. I'm illiterate. And now this nice duo of the front desk of the doctor's office. One is a lady and one is a tall black dude, right? He stands up and he goes, ma'am, you can't just see the doctor. That's not how it works. That's why people are here in line, right? Everybody in this waiting room is waiting for the doctor. You can't just see the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I walked over here from wherever intersection she said, right? Which was a long way away, right? She said, Shelby Drive and Chulahoma. I'm like, you ain't walk from Shelby Drive and Chulahoma. That shit, but man, we downtown. God. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, and then she said, I'm illiterate. I can't read. I need a doctor now. I was like, okay. The doctor can't help you read, and you clearly know Tullahoma.
Right.
Bitch, you know how to read. You said paddle, you just can't read good. You know what I'm saying?
Paddle.
So no one has any sympathy for you. And then she goes, if you can't see me now, how I'm gonna see him? He's like, you can make an appointment and come back. I'm not finna walk back to Tullahoma
And Shelby Drive.
This is a lady.
Right. I'm trying to carry on. I'm telling these folks are patient, real nice. And it was the dude that was right in front of me, right, like right behind her, goes, lady, just give them your phone number. They'll call you when your schedule's ready. That's why I'm here. They call me, right? She's like, I ain't got no phone. I told you can't read.
What the fuck does that have to
do? And then look, I'm sitting here like I look at my mama. She like, oh, I was like, mama, she can't read. Mama, she can't read. And I was like, it's worse than you think, bro.
Yeah.
It's worse than you think. If
Yeah.
the adults can't read, the kids can't read. I bet you money. If you go on TikTok and type in teachers can't read, there's a teacher out there that can't read.
Man.
How?
You
world
know,
is crazy.
I just think that it seems like too big of a problem to fix. But I think that
You just got to kill all the kids.
I don't think you got to do that. I think what you got to do is you got to, like, I think the only thing that makes people do what they're supposed to do is if there's like an opportunity on the other side of it. I mean, people don't have to be able to read to be able to like fucking weld shit together. Like, you know, like there's
No,
like a,
they do. They do.
I need my,
You actually don't.
I need
Yeah,
my
you do.
people literate.
why do you need to read in order to weld?
Well, you got to at least read the different like qualities of the metal you're picking up to weld it together. You need to at least know like, oh, this shiny piece of rod is different from this shiny piece of rod. How do you know that?
You do need to be able to
read-
learn the word.
to read.
Yeah, you gotta
learn the word.
Aluminum.
Don't you motherfucking try to
Bro,
denounce it,
Learning
bro.
the
I can-
word is
Is
reading.
Look, it's a collection of symbols that he deciphered and then knows the meaning of it. Is he reading, Charlie?
If I had to learn 4 different characters in Japanese, I just had to pick up a sheet of metal and it had like one of those 4 characters in Japanese, I could learn which character in Japanese meant metal, what meant steel, and which one meant
You're right.
aluminum.
You
Because
could.
you're
But guess
reading
what?
it.
Guess what? Eventually, that's called reading.
Well, yeah, I mean,
You recognize the symbol.
Yeah.
You might not know what it is,
Yeah.
right? But you know it means aluminum.
Mm-hmm.
You probably can't even read the word in Japanese.
I can't even pronounce it.
Right?
I just know it looks like
aluminum.
I just know it looks like a dude with a mustache
See?
and a visor.
Pick that one.
Yeah, that's aluminum.
Weld it.
Mhm.
Right? And then when your Japanese supervisor comes over here, he's like, "Why'd you pick steel?" You're like, I read the wrong character. I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't know. I don't have a phone.
Executive producer.
Supervisor.
How are we doing over there? We gotta quit. Actually,
We do
it's-
gotta hang it up.
I'm sorry, I gotta go downstairs.
But long story short, these kids are gonna be able to read. These fucking kids are gonna be able to read,
I'm gonna learn them.
and it's because John Miller is gonna be on the school board.
I'm not. I
He
don't
is.
care enough.
He is. He's gonna be on the school
Well,
board.
apparently they don't care. So
I know, but see, look, I'm gonna be. If they fired her, they gonna be mad at me, bro. I'm gonna come in there like, ooh, y'all seen Inglourious Bastards? You are hiding illiterate children on your floorboards. I'm gonna be like, who can't read? Send him into the hallway.
Show me your test scores, please.
No, I'm gonna be like, teachers, you're like, your job ain't on the line. Your life's on the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure these motherfuckers can read by the end of the year, or we're gonna have problems. You know, real gangster shit, bro. Bring back the guillotine.
It's gonna be your every kid's gonna have to have their test scores in their back pocket. Show me your papers.
I got 92 last week of reading. Yeah, you better.
You are reading at a 3rd grade level, and you are in 5th grade.
Let me get the numbers up.
yeah.
Okay, guys.
This is. Oh wait.
What?
I got one more funny thing.
Okay.
So, you heard the lady said that free speech caused the Holocaust.
Oh no! I
Did
didn't
you hear
see
this
that.
one?
No.
Okay, so some poor lady's just doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. She was like, you see that free speech led to the Holocaust in Germany. And I was just trying to think about that's just such a moronic thing to say. That, you can't
That's too simple.
So I was trying to think of how it could be the case, right?
Yeah.
And it's just some Jewish dude, some German Jewish dude, just making fun of Hitler. It's like, Hitler, your paintings are shit, Hitler.
He's just checking them.
And then Hitler's like,
your mustache.
Hitler's
gay,
like,
Hitler.
teacher, can you please tell Shlomo to stop making fun of my paintings? He goes, sorry, Hitler. We have free speech in this country.
And that's the villain arc.
Yeah.
So you know what? Touche.
Never again.
Free speech.
Never again.
It did cause the Holocaust. No,
That's a great sketch idea.
Yeah,
That's a great sketch idea.
all right, y'all. Well, that's our time for today. Thank you to Young Douglas for joining us.
Young Deezy, thank you for your service,
Deezy,
brother.
thank you for your service, sir.
Hell yeah. Black History Month.
Very
you know what I'm
funny
saying?
comedian.
That's the clip right there.
Y'all go follow him.
Yeah.
DZ,
Throw him a follow. Instagram. What's your Instagram handle?
My Instagram is at PitBDZRax. My TikTok is at DZRax.
DZ Rax. Go find him. He's very funny. He's good on stage. He's gonna be funny tonight. Follow us. Subscribe to the podcast on whatever podcast app
Golden
you
Nonsense
use,
Spot. You'll find us on YouTube.
and go to
YouTube Shorts.
and go to
You know what I'm saying?
nadiaswrong.com for the Golden Nonsense blog. And as we always say, Vaya con Dios.
Vaya con Dios, y'all.
I'll catch you on the flip side.